Because they look like a bunch of people that they ain't got papers. There was a bunch of them.
So what's your name?
Pedro.
Okay. And then just so kind of run me through what exactly happened.
So yeah, like I said, so I had to start work at 4 today. So I left home. I did see a truck coming because I'm parked like this, right? And then I see a truck. He just turned around. I went back to Martin. You know where Martin Street is, right? I went back because I live in Little India. So I went back. Let's say going east all the way. I went back because some of my guys that I take to work. And then as I exit Martin to get into Little Indian again, that's where he pulled off to the side of the road, and then he just followed me from there, like real close, almost crashing into me. I'm like, what's wrong with these guys? As I'm turning, he's turning with me, and then I have to pick up some guys here by Warfield. That's where he pulled off. I'm like parked, and he pulled off on the side, not on this side. He pulled off on that side, and I pulled down my window, and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, what's up with you? He's like, can I see some IDs? Or he's like, where are you going? I said, I'm going to work. Where? Palm Beach. He's like, all right, can I see some ID? I'm ICE. I'm like, all right. And I told him, I said, you're ICE. Let me see some badge. Let me see a badge or a badge number. And I can see he's not ICE. He's dressed in civilian clothes. So, and then when he heard me say that, I got my phone on my hand already ready to go because I knew there was something on with him. So I just and then he just took off. He almost hit me, like I said. And then right here on that curve, you know, by Warfield, he just entered that street over there, and he waited for me to pass again, and he just followed me.
Okay.
He just kept coming behind me, and I just started doing circles around Ryan City. I didn't want to stop because I didn't know if he had a weapon or not.
Okay.
And then he just started, he followed me for like 4 or 5 minutes. I was waiting for you guys to get here so you catch him.
Okay.
I didn't want to park, yeah. Yeah, so I think that's him. That's him right there.
Okay.
It's a gray truck. I think the tag, I did see, it has like 2 5s. I'm not sure if it's like B55 or something, but
So that's the truck right there.
I think if you want me to verify, I can look at him real quick and I can see if that's him or not. But he has a red baseball cap on that says Mexico.
All right, sir. Are you on the phone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, could you just do me a favor and just step over here for me for a second?
That's fine.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read you this. I'm going to read you this real quick. All right. So what you have.
Hold on, give me. All
right. Well, listen. I don't have all day for you to sit on your phone, so I'm going to need you to listen to this. All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
You listening?
Yeah.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you will have one appointed to you and represented before any questioning, if you wish to do so. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights that I've explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that being in mind, do you wish to talk to me?
But I was the one that called the cops, though.
Okay. So what's going on? What happened?
The reason why I called the cops is because they were over here threatening me. When I was coming from Indiantown, and I called the cops. There was a bunch of Migos in the car, and they were over here trying to threaten me and try to throw me off. And I followed them, and they was riding around in circles.
Okay.
So I get the license plates to them.
Why did you follow them?
Because they were trying to threaten me and try to put me in a situation that I want to be in. So that's why I called the cops, and I gave the lady the information that I need to, and I gave her the license plate of the car they have, and they were driving it. There was a bunch of them. There were like probably 6 or 7 of them. I felt like my life was in danger. That's why I called her. And I told her that I don't want to be in this situation. Yeah, I'm trying to go home safe. And she's like, I'm gonna send a deputy out there. Just go home. But instead, y'all pulled me over for, But I called the cops. I told them that you're gonna get deported the way how y'all treated me. this
okay,
and that.
So you said that they were gonna get deported.
Yeah, because they look like a bunch of people that they ain't got papers. There was a bunch of them.
Okay. Do me a favor, step in front of this vehicle for a second.
Yes, sir.
Put your phone on the dash.
Yeah.
Alright, put your hands. No. I'm gonna need you to put your left hand behind.
Probably. Come on tonight.
Cool. Why I'm being a crook?
We'll explain it to you in a second. I'm gonna explain that to you just in a second, alright? Not too tight, you're good? Alright.
My dad's on the phone with me.
Alright, so what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is I'm gonna take you over to my car. My car's behind us.
Alright, yes, sir.
Alright? I'm gonna grab your phone. I'm gonna grab everything else that's in your pocket.
My dad's on service right now.
Okay.
He's online.
Alright.
Tell him not to hang up.
I'll grab that.
I'm telling him not to hang up. He's online. Live.
Do me a favor, take a seat here for a second, alright?
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to get home. Can I get my stuff?
What's that?
Can I get my stuff?
Alright, so at this time you are going to be arrested. You're getting arrested for impersonating a law enforcement officer or a federal agent.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I called the cops. I was the one that called the cops. They did it.
Okay. As far as the keys, or as far as your hat goes and everything like that, do you want to take that with you to the jail, or you want me to leave it in the truck?
No, can I take it to jail?
The hat? You want to? You're not going to be able to
The hat.
wear it.
No, but I'm saying, but why would I get arrested? I was the one that called the cops.
Okay. Do you want the hat or not?
Can I talk to my dad right quick?
Because you can't wear it in the jail.
Can I talk to my dad right
No.
quick?
you can't.
No.
Why not? My
All right.
dad's on the line.
I'm going to leave your hat in your car. And then,
What? So, you want to give me a quick rundown? What happened?
yeah, so they started over with a little Indian. He was picking up a few individuals for work. They weren't in the vehicle at that time. If he was. At that time, this individual in this truck pulled up next to them, said that he was with ICE and was requiring ID from everybody in the vehicle. At that time, that's when he hooked it down, and then they ended up over here at Ryan's, where he was driving around in circles trying to get away from this individual.
How you gonna arrest me if I was the one that called the cops?
Listen, just because you're the one that calls us doesn't mean that you're always the right one.
Huh?
Just because you call us doesn't mean that you're always in the right.
I'm saying I was the one that called the
Okay, they call too.
So what? I was the one that called before they did.
So it's not a race to who calls us first.
It's not a race, but I'm saying I was the one that called.
Okay.